The online coaching business is expected to reach $11.7 billion by 2032, which means there's a lot of money to go around for all of us because online coaching businesses are one of the fastest, easiest, and the most profitable business to start this year. Now, this is a no bullshit video. I have been an online coach for about 4 years now, and I know the exact detailed steps to take in order to build a very profitable business this year. So let's get started. If you guys don't know me, my name is Sabah Lee, and I was featured in Forbes in 2021 as one of the top business coaches to work with. So best believe I know a thing or two when it comes to online coaching businesses and everything that I'm going to be sharing today in this video for you guys to get started ASAP with your business. Now, before we get started, make sure to hit subscribe because this entire channel teaches you how to build the most unforgettable life by being your own boss, and every single person who subscribes, it just gives me much more of a push to continue making videos like this for you. Now, step number 1 is identifying a specialized skill. Now, basically what that means is you being very knowledgeable and having an expertise in a specific area. Now, this can be being specialized in anything, whether you're really good at doing makeup or helping people lose weight or getting dressed up. This is basically something that people come to you asking your help and your advice with or on. Now, specialized skills, people get paid a lot of money for because there's a lot of people out there that have a problem to the solution that you already have. So when you're specialized in something, you get paid a lot of money. Even when you think about doctors, like surgeons, open heart surgery, like they get paid a lot of money because they have a specialized skill when it comes to doing like surgical procedures on the heart. Versus like a hairdresser, there's a lot of people doing like hair, cutting hair, doing hairstyles. Therefore, it's not necessarily that specialized and they're not gonna get paid as much as like a heart surgeon. Now, this does not mean you have to like reinvent the wheel and come up with like a very specific skill, but you need to come up with something that you're really good at so that way people will actually pay you money for to figure out the solution to the problem that they're having. Now, here's a list of all of the examples of specialized skills. Now, if you're somebody who's like, oh, I don't really have one right now, this is something that you can start to learn, start to study, so that way you can help people with this specialized skill. And this can also evolve. I know when I first started my online coaching business, I didn't just get started helping people with their business, building their brand on social media. I was helping people get out of their comfort zone and actually gain more confidence in their life. So my like specialized skill kind of tweaked and evolved as I was growing my business. Now, after you identify a specialized skill, step number 2 is actually choosing a niche. Now, this is very, very important because once you understand and know what you're really good at and what you want to help people with, you need to get clear in who you're actually helping with that specialized skill. So for an example, let's say your skill set is helping people lose weight and cook really delicious recipes so that way they can still enjoy their food without like restricting themselves. Maybe you want to specifically help mothers with their body and how they look and their health and diet, or maybe it's like teachers or like entrepreneurs and busy business owners that are on the go. Those are 2 completely different niches. So you want to understand, get clear, who do you want to help? Now, I know what you're thinking. I want to help everybody because if I target everybody, then I'm just going to impact a lot more people and make a lot of money. But that couldn't be further from the truth. When you start to build your brand on social media and create content, which is going to be like step number 3 or 4 here in a little bit, you want to get really clear in who you're actually targeting, because if you talk to everybody, you end up talking to nobody. So you want to get super clear and specifically who this target market is. And it might already be people that you're helping without really knowing it. Maybe it is your friends that are in college, or maybe it's your grandparents or your parents that are asking you for advice. So that specifically, you want to get clear in who your niche is and write it down. So we're 2 steps in so far. Number 1 is identifying your specialized skill, and number 2 is identifying your niche. Comment below and let me know what you have chosen for yourself so far. After you have identified your niche, step number 3 is actually coming up with a product to sell, because with a coaching business, you actually need to have something to monetize. Now, there are so many different type of products that you can create and sell with online coaching businesses. This can be anything from courses, ebooks, templates, guides, coaching programs, masterminds, master classes, events, one-on-one coaching, you name it, like you can create a product around it to sell on social media. Now for me, I personally started with doing one-on-one coaching, hourly coaching, where I would help people once again like get out of their comfort zone, gain confidence, and then from there I've evolved into creating a group coaching program, and now I have a lot of online courses, memberships, and a lot of different things that I can sell. But for you, you actually want to ask yourself, what type of business model do I want to have that's gonna help me build the most unforgettable life? Because one big mistake people do is choose a business model that actually doesn't adapt well with their lifestyle. So for an example, if you have a family and you take care of kids and you're always on the go, you probably do not want to have a business model where you're exchanging all of your time for money and doing so many calls. That just like not scalable at all whatsoever. So for you, that might be coming up with a course or a product that you can sell that's much more passive versus getting on one-on-one calls all day, every day. And the best part about online coaching is, depending on what type of product you choose to create and sell, it doesn't take that much time to actually create it. If you are doing one-on-one coaching calls, all you really need to do is just craft out the outline of what you're actually gonna coach somebody on that call, come up with a price point, and then start selling it on social media. Versus if you are creating a course, then you do need a little bit more time to, map out the actual outline, shoot the content, come up with like the guides and the worksheets if you're including all of that. But to be honest, if you block it out within the span of like 2 to 3 weeks, you can have that done, recorded, created, and starting to sell on social media. Now, right after you choose a product to sell, step number 4 is starting to build an audience on social media and create content. It still blows my mind that you can make 6 figures, multi-6 figures, 7 figures, multi-7 figures on social media for free by just creating content and helping people with their problem. There has never been a better time to build a brand on social media and create content. So once you have identified your specialized skill, your niche, the product that you're going to be selling, you want to start to create educational content around your specialized skill set so people start to follow you and want to learn and work with you. Now, creating content on social media can literally be a whole different video. So if you want me to create a more in-depth video for that, comment below and let me know. But what I like to say is create snackable pieces of content. Now, this is basically like short, digestible pieces of content that people can either learn from you, get to know you, relate to you, or experience something from you. Now, the reason why I create all of these like different variations of content is because you want to build the know, like, trust factors so that way people actually feel inclined to pull out their credit cards and pay for the product that you're actually promoting and selling. So if you have a good balance of providing value, really presenting, hey, these are like the 3 steps in how you can lose weight, with also sharing your own story, like, back in 2018, it was so hard for me to even like go out with my friends and put on a cute outfit because I was so self-conscious. Like, talking about different things that you can really relate to your audience and your audience can relate to you. That is how you're really going to develop this type of following and this type of impact where it's going to be easier for you to sell your products. So once you start to build your audience, you create content, you have your brand built on social media, the next step is setting up your sales system and tech. Now, step number 5, sometimes people kind of like stop or they'll get stuck because there's so much that you can set up with like websites and landing pages and funnels and payment processors. But what I would recommend doing to just get started is set up a product link on Stripe. Now, you can literally Google it, how to create a product link on Stripe, where basically you're just creating a link where people can pay you money for the product that you're selling. Now, if you want to build out a whole sales page and a website, I use ClickFunnels. It's one of the easiest platforms to use if you want to build out a sales page where it has everything listed out and laid out, especially if you're selling like a course or a guide or something. All you basically have to do is create an account on there, and there actually are templates that you can use to set up your website and start collecting payment through ClickFunnels. Now, another payment processor that you can also use is PayPal. That's also very easy one to set up and get going. You can request money, you can accept money, all of the things. But I personally use Stripe just because it's just the best payment processor, especially if you see yourself having this business for a very long time, which I know a lot of you guys will. And some other tech things you might need is if you're creating your actual like digital product or your course, I love to use Canva. Honestly, I create all my slides on Canva. I even use Canva to record certain videos as well because there is like a recording option under Canva, but you don't need anything fancy. Like you don't have to invest thousands of dollars into like fancy software. You can just get started using Canva to create like your digital product. Now, the last and final step number 6, is starting to market and sell your product. Now, I have found after years of coaching, the best way to sell your product on social media is providing free value in the front end and then inviting people to buy on the back end. So in basic terms, hosting a free training, providing a lot of value for maybe like 30, 45 minutes, and then inviting people to buy your offer at the end. Now, of course, when you're creating content on social media, you can have specific call to actions in your videos and your posts saying, hey, if you want to learn more information, like reach out to me, or in my specific course, I lay out even more detailed steps on how you can achieve X, Y, and Z. Like you can have all of those call to actions in your posts and in your videos, but if you want like a real system, like a real sales process that allows you to get clients every single day, you want to have a specific like masterclass or a webinar set up where it is much more automated so people can just watch a training and then they can be buying your offer on the back end. And I always love to host masterclasses and trainings on one specific subject. So for an example, me, I teach people how to build a profitable brand on social media. I might come out with a training teaching people how to choose and identify your specialized skill, but only on that specific topic, and I won't talk about anything else. So then after they get so much value for like 30 or 45 minutes, guess what? They want help and support on the following steps. And that's like the perfect lead-in for them to buy your offer. So make sure when you are doing a free masterclass or a free training, you're not giving everything away in that actual training, but you're only teaching one step of the process. And once you get all of these 6 steps in motion, you will have your own online coaching business. Guys, this is literally the best time for you to start your online coaching business because it's not going anywhere. It's honestly growing. As how I started this video, $11.7 billion prediction in this industry, and now you guys know the exact very steps on how to start today. And if you guys have any more questions or want me to go more in detail with any of the steps, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to create another video for you guys. I cannot wait to see all of you start and scale your coaching business this year. And if you guys love this video, as always, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, make sure that you stay unforgettable.